everyone. Yeah, it's me, Bill Burr. I mean, sorry, Mayfeld. From the Mandalorian. You know what I'm talking about? What do you say there, what do you say there, Grogu? Grogu, I'm talking to you, buddy. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's all you can say. Okay. Anyway, you guys on Facebook? You guys on WhatsApp? You guys on, I know, I'm laughing about it too there, Grogu. Yeah, they're just trashed. They're going to... You think there's going to be Facebook anymore? You think we're going to have to actually talk to each other? You think that our encoder is overloaded? I think so. All right. Who's going to continue to use Instagram? Who's going to continue to use Facebook? You? Me? Anybody? I don't think so. You know, they're like, kind of like the Empire. You know, I used to work for the Empire. The Empire, they don't care. They'll just, they'll do whatever it takes to maintain power. That's Facebook, basically, in a nutshell. This is not going out on Facebook, by the way. It's not connected to Facebook anymore. For some reason, Facebook's down. Instagram is down. Everything is down. Hang on one second. Does help. Yes. Hi, Ismail.
Call me Ishmael.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a belly of tea. The winds blew up her bow, dipped down below. My belly boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Ismail, you get your own intro. Yes, audio does help when you're doing a live stream, it turns out. I was just talking about I might have to end the show abruptly because the plumber is coming to fix the sink, as they say. The plumber is coming to fix the tub, actually. My tub is stopped up. Do you ever get a stopped up tub? You ever just stop up the tub? I got a lot of hair on top of my head, but it turns out a lot of my hair goes down the drain. And I guess it got stuck. I try to clear it out, but it's just never enough. I pulled out an entire version of myself from the drain the other day. I was pulling gigantic. It was like an invasion of the body snatchers, and I pulled out an entire clone, a fur-covered clone of myself from the drain. Oh boy, my CPU is being used up right now, guys. But yeah, Facebook. All right, what's going on with Facebook? Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, everything owned by Facebook under the umbrella of Facebook. I don't know. Every time I'm on Facebook, I'm like, how the hell did I get back on Facebook? Like, why am I on Facebook? You ever find yourself on Facebook? I turned off all the notifications for Facebook a few months ago because I was like, these notifications are BS. The notifications are just like, they just pop up and they say, your friend Mike said something to your friend Johnny. You want to go take a look at that? And then you find yourself opening up the app and looking at advertisements. You start to look at those because they get your eyes to go to them. You know what I'm saying? Is the music even playing? Yeah. Yes, let's get rid of Facebook altogether, right? I mean, it is a way that people keep in touch, right, Raccoon Raiders? Sorry, it's faster now.
Raccoon Raiders. Raccoon Raiders.
When there's danger. I sped it up a little bit. I realize it's like a 44-second intro, so now it's a 42-second intro. I got a new coffee maker. I'm very happy about it. Yeah, delete your Facebook right now. I don't know. I think what Facebook does, it's pretty obvious. They're like, we need more people to look at whatever's on in the app. We just need people's eyeballs to be in front of the app, because if they are, then we could show them ads. How do we get eyeballs to look at the ads? Because the ads are what's paying for Facebook. See? They go, we get paid by people buying up advertisements and ad spaces and ad time on Facebook. So, I'm Facebook, right? How do I get more eyeballs? That's all they care about. They just want more eyeballs and earballs, and they just want people to look and engage with whatever they're doing. Again, I might have to abruptly end the show once the plumber gets here because my sink is all stopped up. It's crazy. How was your weekend? I went to a haunt at Universal Studios, and it was intense. It was intense. I was very overstimulated. Michael Myers almost stabbed me 100 times. I was in Michael Myers' home. I was in the Exorcist home. I was just like, everybody's trying to kill me all night. They're jumping out of the shadows, trying to scare me. Now I got caffeine in me, and I'm all jittery. I'm like, uh-oh. Feel like someone's going to just jump out of the shadows constantly now. It's, you pay to get PTSD these days. Back in the day, they used to send you to war. Now, you pay to get scared. This is what I'm learning. It's what I learned last night. Boy, oh boy, it was intense. Oh, you ever just, it's a trap. It's a trap. I'm still waking up. We were out because it was open till, we didn't get home until 2:30 in the morning. And I woke up at 10. Did an audition yesterday. It was good. I mean, I don't know if it was good. It's good that I had an audition. But we'll see what happens. Also, guys, what do you think about Facebook? Do you think that they need to be regulated? Do you think that it's that we're going to have to actually start talking to each other in person? Is that going to be the thing we do now? What is that? Is that the new Facebook? You actually look at people? Face look. Let's call it that. See? Can't even hear the music. There it is. Where's the music? Face look. What do you say? What do you say we start face look? Instagram, though, everybody thought their Instagram was down today. Everybody's like, what's going on with my phone? Kelsey was looking at her phone. She's like, what's going on? My phone is broken. I got to restart my phone. What's happening? I can't even, what's going, I don't even know how to, we're sorry. Everything says we're sorry, but something went wrong. Yeah, Facebook went wrong. Facebook, the guy, Mark Zuckerberg, the guy with the eyes and the soul of a fish, Mark Zuckerberg, that guy, he's like, it's just human nature. We're just harnessing human nature. This is nothing to do with how our algorithms work. And it's like, guys, you have a hand on what's stimulating people's brains and their amygdalas. And like, you're actually stimulating people's engagement. You're manipulating people to engage with you. It's not human nature. That is manipulation. But I guess it's human nature on their part to try to manipulate others. See? Anyway, remember to subscribe to Aristotle Full Throttle. It's you can subscribe on Twitch. You can subscribe on YouTube. I would appreciate that. It's always fun. TV and film workers vote to authorize strike. Thank you for the update. The more of Gregorio Salamanca. Thank you for the update. I don't think there should be regulated. People should just move to other sites or just talk to each other. Yeah, Midnight Shawarma. I think that people can make their own decisions in life. However, I do think that, yeah, I don't know. People like it. People like to engage. People like to get angry at each other about the dumbest things. Like, we think that the biggest things in the world, the biggest decisions in the world, see, this is what they do, right? They put chum in the waters for people to fight each other. They don't want to deal with the bigger issues, the powers that be, the bigger players involved, the people, the countries, the powers, the oligarchy, the patriarchy. They're all like manipulating. They're all playing the big game because they don't care about like the little moral issues here and there. They really don't. They're like, oh, so let's give the general public moral issues and like smaller things to sort of fight over. Let's give them the bone to fight over the bones and the scraps. Because then they'll just engage and they'll just, we can keep running things. The people in power, they're like, we can continue to keep the ball rolling as long as you guys are all occupied with these minor gun control. It's not minor issues. These are important issues, but they're not concerned with either side of those issues. The people at the power ups that be, they're not. This is my belief that they don't care. They just know that you care. And then they say, oh, well, if I can get your vote, if I can get more people, because these are like the most divisive issues, if I can get more people to vote for me over these single issues, then I will stoke the flames of that not even debate. They won't debate it. They will just stoke the flames of the ire of the people who are inflamed and passionate about these single issues and single issue voters and stuff like that. It's real sad. What are you going as Halloween? What are you going to wear? Me? I'm just going to dress up in the hair that I pulled out of my drain. Just wear it. It'll be like a Swamp Thing. It'll be great. Except it'll be Fro Thing. So the TV and film workers vote to authorize strike. Well, that's good. The TV and film workers, a lot of the people making the stuff, say Netflix and them, they're making all the money. They're winning all the awards. They don't want to pay the crews anymore. They don't want to pay the crews. It's like, I'm not sure the full extent of the issue here, but we should talk about it. I know basically they're trying to not pay people living wages and not give them enough breaks and not give them enough work. And that's just not... Look, if you guys are making all the money, spread it around. There's people helping you make that money. Give it back to the people who are helping you. Discourse wouldn't be so bad if Facebook and other big tech companies didn't constantly manipulate their algorithms so much just to divide and distract. I agree. There's no discourse anymore, though. I mean, maybe there is some places. But people would rather say, you're wrong, right? And rather than analyze their own stance, rather than critique their own thought process, they just double down. When you're like, you're wrong, and someone's like, no, you're wrong, and you're stupid, you're like, no, I'm extra right now that you said I'm stupid, and now I feel insulted. Now I'm doubling down that the earth is flat. Because all of these people, we all say that the earth is flat, and they make me feel better about myself, and you made me feel bad about myself for thinking that. So I hate you even more, and I think the world is even flatter. It's a sad state of affairs. I feel like we're living in the time where, you ever watch those old cigarette ads? They're like, smoking is great for you. It actually helps me get the ladies. Oh, look at me, I'm smoking. It clears my lungs. It makes me feel better and like a man. And I have more testosterone. I can actually lift 10 times the amount I used to be able to lift. I can wrestle 10 men. I have the strength of a bear. You know, like, remember when the people were smoking and they thought it was cool, and then they were like, and then 10, 20, 30 years later when everybody's dying of lung cancer, they're like, oh, hypertension, heart attacks. They're like, uh-oh. That's where we're in right now. We're like, Facebook is good. It just connects everybody. Everybody's like freely able to express themselves through this medium that is being manipulated through advertising and capitalism. And then 10 years from now, Facebook's been around 17 years now, 19 years now, 18 years, something like that. Now we're starting to go, oh, this could be bad if you just let advertising dictate how people engage. If you let advertising dictate that, instead of being a platform for the people where they can actually have genuine discourse, it's hard. It's got to run on something, right? It's got to get some money from somewhere. And the advertisements, the more advertisements that get more engagement are the ones that piss you off more. It just is. That's my thoughts anyway. Hey, isn't this guy cute? Look at this guy. I just look at him and I get filled with, he's just cute. Look at this. Just take a look at this guy. Just stare at him, Grogu, for like a minute, and you'll feel better. Watch. Look. Use the Force, Grogu. Come on, use the Force, buddy. Come on, buddy. He can use the Force. Watch this. He can use... Come on, use the Force. Tell everybody, may the Force be with you. I think he's just gonna go to sleep. Use the Force, bro. Come on. He doesn't want to perform right now. He doesn't want to lift up the rhino egg. Oh wait, hold on. Oh wait. He just used the Force. I don't know what he did. Check your wallets.
The Force will be with you, always.
The Force will be with you always. This guy, he's a crack up, man. He's a laugh right. I like this guy. And keep him around. This guy, not so much. What are you talking about? I'm Dr. Baby Yoda Fauci. I'm gonna smack you in the face. I thought your name was Grogu. No, I'm Dr. Baby Yoda Fauci. All right, take your vaccine. Yeah, it's like 76%. You didn't see it because it was off screen. I guess so. Yeah, he was. Look behind you. Look behind you. Got a good show going for you today. Got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about Facebook and whatnot. I don't even know what's going on in the news right now. I mean, other than this Facebook bombshell, nobody knows what to do when they don't have Facebook. You know what I mean? TikTok's king now. TikTok, you could just dance your life away. I had to do an audition a couple weeks ago where I had to dance, and it was embarrassing. No one will ever know about this audition. I will burn the tape. When I'm super, super duper famous, people are going to produce this tape, and I'm going to say, that's not me. That wasn't me. That's not me. I'll say that was Lenny Kravitz. That was Lenny Kravitz dancing that poorly. I think people they just assume everybody can dance now that TikTok is a thing. They're like, you can dance, right? Everybody's dancing. All the kids are dancing. I'm like, I can do some dancing. I can just do mostly upper body dancing. I only dance when I'm playing the bass on stage. That is the time I dance. And at weddings also. If you do that, Midnight Shawarma Llama, make sure you cut me in on the profits. Adele updates her Twitter account, and fans are rolling in the deep world of speculation. Ooh, Adele. Get it? Rolling in the deep. She said, rolling in the deep, something in the deep. That was Adele singing. That was Adele singing, guys. I don't know what you heard, but that sounded like Adele to me, to my ears. I auditioned for. It's good. I'm happy. I'm auditioning here and there, and trying to live and work as an actor here in Hollywood. Isn't that hilarious? You end up here. My favorite thing is don't tell nobody. I won't say it. Oh look, it's LeVar Burton. I'd like to be LeVar Burton. Okay, if I could be anybody, I would be LeVar Burton. I would like to be him. Can somebody make that happen? Grogu, can you use the Force? Make that happen. Make me LeVar Burton. But you don't have to take my word for it. I need to get that sound effect, actually. All the reading rainbow sound effects. Here, let me find that, actually. We're going to do this live on the air. I'm going to get a sound effect because I would like to be LeVar Burton. Don't restore. We're going to do this. Ready? Reading rainbow. My word for it sound. And I'm going to use that sound effect all the time. You don't have to take my word for it. It's such a funny sound. I remember that as a kid watching Reading Rainbow. I was like, I don't want to read the books, just read them to me. No, I actually would go to the library as a kid. And I used to like this book, Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. I was like, I get it, you're depressed. Me too, Alexander. I think I will move to Australia also. But Alexander never moved to Australia. He just wanted to. We all get that feeling sometimes. Except then you hear that how racist Australia is, and then you're like, maybe I'll stay back. It's not so bad in LA. You hear about it. A friend of mine visited Australia. Listen, not to crap on Australia, but a friend of mine lived there for a month, right? He goes there sometimes, and he lived there for a month. My friend is of French descent. He's not, listen, there's black people and there's white people and there's brown people. I feel like when people say, between me and you, I think white people are the only people who say African American. Just a heads up there. I think white people are the only people who say African American. I think black people say black people. I think brown people say brown people. And I think white people say African American. Okay. Which is hilarious. It's fine. So my friend is not African American. I used to say European American like all the time because people didn't get what I meant by saying European American. They'd be like, do you mean French? I was like, no, I mean white. But no, you don't ever hear people say that. But it's funny. Download. Where do I download YouTube videos? Oh man. My internet, my computer's already slow. Point is, my friend visited Australia and he was there, and I was like, so how's Australia? It seems like fun place. It's really great. He's like, oh, and he's like, he deals in like genetics and I guess tangentially, not directly, but deals with anthropologists and stuff like that. So cultural studies. But he's like, it's like America. Racist. I was like, good to know. Still carrying that racist torch in Australia, huh? Don't worry, it's going to have Disney music in the background so Disney lawyers can take it down and no one else sees it. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate you protecting the copyright. But I hope people still enjoy it. I hope they don't enjoy it. I hope that they're angry with me and they're like, is this a video of you? I'll testify before Congress about my TikTok dancing. That I don't have any recollection of dancing like that. They showed me the dance moves. They're like, why didn't you do the dance moves? I was like, I was doing the dance moves, Congressman. I was doing the dance moves. You just can't tell. They don't look like the dance moves that were instructed to me. But I was giving it the college try. See? Let's find that sound effect. What sound am I gonna replace? Which one I don't use, really? Do I use this one? I use this one.
That's better. Thank you.
I like those. This one's good. Let's see. Snakes is good, but I'll probably get rid of. I gotta turn. Okay. Get rid of this one. Get rid of it. Okay. Sorry. When I'm thinking, my mouth doesn't move. And when my mouth moves, I'm not thinking. Think about that. Here we go. Oh, it's so low.
Here's some other books that you might like. But you don't have to take my word for it.
Should I have the whole clip? Or should I just have... But you don't have to take my word for it. I like that. Yeah. It's not loud enough, though. I'll have to make it louder later. Louder than later. Isn't that hilarious, guys? Aren't you laughing? The immigration laws restrict people of color. Yes, that's true. That's what my mom said. You have Carl Linnaeus Johann Friedrich Blumenbach to thank for calling people colors black and white. You know, it's funny. It's like, I'm just of the opinion, if there are white people, if everybody says white people are white people, then white people are as much white as black people are black, say, for instance. Black people are not black. They're dark brown. White people are not white. They're like pink and stuff. They're pink looking. They're peach colored. You see? Brown people, like me, I'm brown. Look at this. Look up in here. You see there's like a darker and lighter browns. There's all different shades of brown. Coffee. But that's interesting. Carl Linnaeus, right? Carl Linnaeus Johann Friedrich Blumenbach. Interesting. The immigration laws restrict people of color. Well, I remember you saying that when I was a kid. You said that you was going to take these kids to Australia one time, and then like they were like, yeah, we're good on the black and brown people here in Australia. We got our own, actually. In fact, we got Aboriginal people, and they're black. We call them black here. And guess what? We got enough. We don't want any more. So they have racist immigration laws in Australia. They're like, even though they were here first, and then we're the white people who came from Europe to settle here, we're not going to import any more of the black or brown ones. They were here already. We've got enough. Please don't take this out of context, ladies and gentlemen. Don't use this clip on Pornhub. Midnight shawarma llama. Don't just be me just saying, we've got enough black people in this country. Don't bring any more. Just me shouting that. Amazing. You guys understand the context, right? I don't have to just clarify this, because otherwise I'll get canceled. And I don't like being canceled. Last night we were at the haunt, and then I was like, so we're gonna go in that house? And they were like, yeah. And then I said, and then we're gonna get murdered? And they were like, yeah. And then I said, well, I've never been murdered before. This might be fun. People have nationalities. Those are a misnomer and brands of colonizers. That Masonic secret is you. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I guess colonizing different countries and stuff is like, let me just zoom out a little, because my head is getting chopped off right here. Yeah. Countries, borders, are often drawn by other countries for you. They just come in and they're like, okay, this is your country, okay? You're gonna be there, okay? Great. All right, Iran, all right, India and Pakistan. We decided that you're gonna stay right there, okay? All right, like the Chinese ethnic groups and the Uyghurs and okay, Taiwan, okay, all these other countries. It's just crazy. So many countries that are just like, okay, Israel, okay, Palestine. Israel is just like, this is not the popular opinion to have if you're political. This is not the political opinion, but there's people living in this area, and then like 50, 60 years ago, another group of people is like, hey, we're gonna move in. Okay, cool. We're just gonna be in your kitchen. Is that all right? And look, it's a very controversial opinion. I'm not gonna use any actual ethnic group names or anything like that, but imagine someone moves into your kitchen, and then it's a lot more complicated than this. I get it. A lot more complicated than this. I'm not going to get politically involved, but when people say, stop hitting me, it's like, well, get out of my kitchen. It's a very complicated two-way street. But a lot of times politicians like to just side with one side of the thing and not really acknowledge the other side of the thing.
Wesley.
Corn pop was bad too.
Hey Wesley, how's school? Are you in school or you just got home? It's actually after 3, so you're home. How's the COVID? Is it still going around? Get the COVID. Is it still going around? That's some Anderson .Paak for you. That's a good song, by the way. Lockdown. Anderson .Paak. Check it out. Good song. May I have a PS5? Thank you very much. No, but I do have a PS4 in my possession. But I appreciate you asking, Wesley Plotke, because you remind me, there will be a PS5 giveaway here. I need to reach 10,000 subscribers on Twitch or YouTube. 10,000 subscribers on Twitch or YouTube, whichever happens first, and a lucky viewer will get a PS5. I will give away a PS5. My friend gave me a PS4. A friend of mine, Sam Boxleitner, very proud of him. He's on an episode of American Horror Story, the latest episode of American Horror Story. Watch him on the TV. He actually he gifted me a PS4, which we will be using on this very show. So I'm excited to use the PS4 with y'all. I gotta plug it up and reset it and set it up for me. Figure it all out. Don't know, still sick. Well, sorry, Wesley. I hope that you recover quickly. However, my question to you is, how much ice cream are you eating? Because this is a very important and relevant question. Also, what movies and games are you watching and playing? Because this is the most important thing to do when you're home from school sick. You know, do your studies, but get your homework to work on at home when you're not in school, but play those games. If you gotta zoom into class, you know, use your iPad and play some games. Look, don't do any devious licks, but it's important that you get some really bad advice from me and that you do not take it. But you don't have to take my word for it. See that? I just worked it right in there. But no sign of any tub cleaner yet. Once the plumber gets here, I'm gonna have to bounce out. But my tub is like filling back up. I don't understand. Like the water's coming up and it's yellow. It's gross. It's really gross. I haven't had a shower in 2 days. None. If I eat ice cream, I'm a vomit. But games, I got a solo victory with 9 kills in Fortnite. 9 kills! Dang, solo victory. You are the champion. You are the That's the wrong sound. This is the same. You are the champion. You got a solo victory with 9 kills. That's really important. He said,
enough is enough! I have had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday play!
Oh, you also said, this.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Ah, Tyson Birdman.
Oh, hell no. What's up, dog?
How you doing? What's going on there?
Game over, man. It's game over.
That was Wesley winning at Fortnite.
Game over, man. It's game over.
The Force will be with you, always.
Hello there.
There's so many sounds. I love it, but you don't have to take my word for it. Okay. What's going on, Tyson Birdman? We're just talking about FACEBUTT and INSTASCAM. Are you on there? Hopefully everybody's hanging out here watching this because there's nowhere else to go. You're stuck here. Facebook relies on your eyes and your ears for their advertising, and they're like, they're not up right now. So now you can watch this. But I am giving away a PS5. Thank you for reminding me. I'm on HBO show in DC. Nice. Are you living in DC? Are you working or just working in DC? That's cool. Between me and you, Tyson, I auditioned for an HBO show last night. I did a self-tape for an HBO show. Don't tell anybody. Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. You're working. Are you striking, Tyson? What's going on with the strike situation? Is that just the new media? I don't quite know the details of the strike. Gregorio Salamanca L gave us a little information on that, I think, earlier. But I don't know the full extent. You're in both, but I'm not sure the last time I checked. It was Insta fairly often. Yeah, Insta. I'm usually on Insta. Oh, you moved. Dang. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. I do like Nolans. I'm a fan. That is that where you went, Nolans? Did you? Because if I went to New Orleans right now, I'd be eating my way through the whole city. It's amazing. The food is amazing. The music is amazing. You walk down the street in New Orleans, you smell good food, there's good drinks, and there is good music. It's just a good time. Congratulations on that. That's really awesome. I hope that you find... I hope that you do find what you're looking for, unlike Bono. Bono's still looking. What if I were under a union contract? At the moment, I'm a subcontracted for another company. Well, good for you. Good for you. That's good. I might actually skip town in a bit. That, like, I don't know. I'm still waiting to hear back from a thing. So there might be I might be in another country again for a minute. So that's awesome. I'm glad you could continue to work, continue to be productive, and make stuff. I know that I hung out with the guys last week, and by the guys I mean Lee, Sam, and Dave. Sam and Dave, the old act, Sam and Dave. Lee, Sam, and Dave, they were talking about a cool project that they showed me, and it looks awesome and it looks fun. It's creepy. I don't know if you saw it, Tyson, but I got the creeps, and I don't know. I don't want to give away anything here, but did you see Sam in the latest episode of American Horror Story? Because I still have to watch that episode, but I'm aware and I'm proud of him. The music is great, but I'll say that I'm a bit over jazz at the moment. There's just too much of it. Yeah, the jazz is between New Orleans and Chicago. They're up and down the Mississippi on the one of those paddle boats. It's crazy because it's funny. There's so much jazz and ragtime there. I bet. That's hilarious that you say that, because when I was in Amsterdam last, that sounds so pretentious. When I was in Amsterdam last time I was in Amsterdam. Listen, I love Amsterdam. It doesn't cost too much to go there. But when I was there last, the first time I was there, I fell in love with the city, and I said, this is a great place. I want to live here for a while. And then the second time I went, all I could hear was the techno folk music coming out of every place. And I was like, it's just techno folk. It's just all techno folk. This is crazy. Imagine I moved here, and then the next day I was like, oh no, does everybody only listen to techno folk here in Amsterdam? It just all sounds like Genovese. What's that guy's name? Techno producer. Avicii. That's it. It all sounds like Avicii music. Which, by the way, listen. If you like Avicii, I guess you like it then. I guess that's your taste. That tells me a lot about your musical taste. Yeah, everybody watch Sam on American Horror Story. Sam Boxleitner on American Horror Story. He's on the latest episode. He told me the story about the production. It was a very fascinating story, and we all wish Sam the best with that. He's been doing it a while, and it's nice to see him make some big strides. But you don't have to take my word for it. I look like this because I haven't taken a shower in 2 days. Here's the story again. Here's a little backstory. I haven't taken a shower in 2 days because my tub is filling up from the drain up. It's coming up. There's stuff coming up out of the ground. I don't know what's happening with my tub situation. So I might have to end abruptly. Well, the show's only about 15 more minutes. So once the plumber gets here, maybe we'll just keep the camera running, and we could bring the camera into the bathtub, and we'll all watch the plumber snake the drain. The plumber snake the drain. Hey, you gonna put that up on the internet? Midnight Shawarma Llama? Oh.
Enough is enough! I have had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane! Snakes!
I'll just keep playing this when he comes.
Snakes! Snakes!
When the plumber pulls his snake out.
Snakes! Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Useless sound effects.
What?
Okay. So much fun here at Aristotle Full Throttle. We went to a haunt last night. We went to the haunt at Universal. We stayed until 2:30. I'm tired. But it was fun. I got killed by Michael Myers. I got killed by the Regan from The Exorcist. She was in the bed throwing up pea soup everywhere. It was weird because you just kept going into the same room over and over again. It was like different scenes from The Exorcist. It was actually pretty cool. You had to wait online for like 2 hours at a time to go through these things. And I'm like, the actual walkthrough, the haunt, is maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and you wait 90 to do it. We went on Transformers, the ride at Universal Studios. Oh man, that's a cool ride. I felt like I was inside the movie. Not that I would want to be in a Michael Bay movie, but hey, Michael Bay, call me. I'll play whatever military guy you want. Listen, if I'm in a Michael Bay movie, you know that I would be like a very stereotyped character because I'm brown. They'd be like, look, you could play the Anthony Anderson role where he just screams. Michael Bay, listen, he did Bad Boys. And Bad Boys 2 also. And also Bad Boys Forever. Did he do Bad Boys Forever or someone else directed that? I think someone else directed that. Or is it Bad Boys 3 ever? Is it 4? They should make... I forgot. I didn't see the last Bad Boys. Yeah. Have you ever check your pipes?
I have a certificate.
I understood that reference.
Sound effects are fun, aren't they? Kids love them. This is my favorite. This is one of my favorite sound effects right here. Yeah. Can only use like 6 seconds of it or something because then you get hit with the copyright strike. But what movies are you excited for? I'm excited to see Halloween Kills. That looks awesome. I love it. I love the Halloween franchise. I love Michael Myers. And it's interesting because I really enjoyed... I think Danny McBride wrote the last script. He might have written the new script for Halloween Kills. There's no way to verify it. There's no way to find that out for sure. But Halloween Kills, October 15th. It's the same night, guys. You remember what happened at the end of Halloween. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Halloween 2018, if you didn't see that movie, it was awesome. It was cool. It was a good Halloween movie. Probably second to the first movie. Dune. Yeah, Dune. I'm excited for Dune. We'll talk about that in a second. But it's the first Halloween. When it ended, you were like, oh no, it's the Scream Queen, Jamie Lee Curtis. Something's gonna happen to her. And it's like, nope. She turned the tables. She flipped it on the guy, and you were like, yeah, all right. But then it turns out he didn't die. Of course, it's Michael Myers. He's not gonna die. Listen, it's Michael Myers. You gotta keep them coming back. He just keeps killing. He's got no pain. He's got no fear. He's got no conscience. He just likes to murder. But Dune looks good. Yeah, I'm excited for Dune. I love the story. I love the story by Frank Herbert. Read the book. Once you read the book Dune, it's pretty cool. There's a Dune book club on the Discord, on my Discord. So if you want to join the Discord, here, let me just... Usually you have to subscribe for the Discord, but I am going to drop the link for the Discord anyway, because, it's Happy Giveaway Monday. So you can join the Discord and talk about Dune, join the Dune book club. But I read the book by Frank Herbert, and it's cool because by the time you get about 50 to 100 pages into the book, you are speaking a new language. There's a glossary in the back. You learn about all the different names of the animals. You learn about all the different words that they use and customs, and you learn the history of the planet Arrakis. Dune. Desert planet. You learn all about that stuff. It's really cool. But Denis Villeneuve is doing the new Dune. Denis Villeneuve, I call him. He's a great filmmaker. He's one of the best right now, especially for science fiction. And I love that he has a passion for science fiction. I feel like the last generation or so may not have had a distinct... He might be the new... Who would Denis Villeneuve measure up to as far as previous generations of sci-fi filmmakers? Or just like people who have a unique brand that is fantastical and surreal. He's great. Man, is he great. Maybe David Lynch in a certain kind of way. But there are previous generations of sci-fi filmmakers. But Denis Villeneuve really has a love and a passion for that type of genre. And if you watch Arrival, even if you watch Imposter... Is it an Imposter? Man, I just watched that movie last year or 2 years ago for the first time. It came out like 2011 or something. It stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Donnie Darko. It stars Donnie Darko, and he's in it, and it's kind of interesting because there's like two of them, and He doesn't know why there's another guy. He's like watching a movie. So for instance, Jake Gyllenhaal is watching a movie and he sees himself in the background of the movie. And he's like, that guy looks like me. And then he starts to like stalk this guy who looks exactly like him. Both played by Jake Gyllenhaal, of course. And then it's crazy. It's just a weird movie. It makes no sense, but it's cool. But it's a very David Lynch type of movie. I watched the David Lynch one again a couple of nights ago. Man, that is a tough one to get through. Which one did you watch? Because there's like a 3.5 hour version that I used to love, actually. And it's long. Man, is that a tough one to get through. So bizarre, and I'm not sure in a good way. That's the thing about that movie. Tyson, it's funny because I just read a tweet recently that it said, student stands up at a Q&A and says to David Lynch, I love the movie Dune. It's what made me want to become a filmmaker. David Lynch responds, I hate the movie Dune. I wish I never did it. I hate the movie Dune. I wish I never did it. I think that's probably what it sounded like. I hate the movie. When you like some coffee. But did you notice though that in the beginning of the movie it'll say directed by Alan Smithy? Because straight up David Lynch does not like that movie, and I get it. I get it. He was pressured by the studio. He was gonna make Return of the Jedi. He turned down Return of the Jedi and took on Dune, and then it took an extra year to finish Dune or something. So that's why it came out in 1984 instead of 1983. Return of the Jedi probably would have come out in 1984 had David Lynch directed it. And man, would it have been crazy. It would have been like Ewoks walking backward, snapping their fingers. It would have been friggin' weird. It would have been like Jabba the Hutt speaking, like just speaking backwards. A lot of that stuff. I'm not sure that it would be too, like, certain characters. I mean, Return of the Jedi has some weird parts. But David Lynch didn't like Dune. I remember as a kid when Dune came on TV, everybody me and my brothers were like, oh, Dune, we love Star Wars, let's watch Dune. And then we were watching Dune and it was like, I remember just when the big space alien who bends, who folds space, who eats, his body was distorted by the constant consumption of the spice melange, and he became the big slimy monster inside the tank, the human. He was a former human, I guess, but he just got the power to. Anyway, very abstract, very bizarre. I love it in certain ways, but I see you, Tyson. It's a little bit rough. It's a rough watch. I do like when David Lynch is in Dune and he's like, here's the sandworm. Looks like it's going to rain. Hey, K-Griff. Oh. Who's been spoiling everything? Kelly!
And I killed Sparky, too.
K-Griff, welcome to the show. Everybody gets an intro here at Aristotle Full Throttle. Eventually. I know whose intro I'm going to make next. Usually it's unveiled every Monday, but I had a long weekend. Hey, one of these days, my YouTube notifications will start working again. But one of these days, your Facebook notifications will stop working forever. About to drive home from Target Run. I'll jump on the back if you're still streaming. Well, I might end abruptly because of on account of 1 p.m. rolling around. Also, the plumber's coming. The plumber to come to fix the sink. One of these days, your YouTube, you went on a Target run. I went on a Target run yesterday, and I was walking through Target, lumbering through Target, meandering through the aisles of Target, going, this is an entire 3-level store filled with useless junk. Nobody needs any of this stuff. It's amazing. It's remarkable. Maybe toothpaste. I don't know. Could use some toothpaste. Toilet paper, maybe. But I was just really impressed with the amount of useless junk at Target. Oh, look at these fake branches that you could put inside a bowl. Ah, there's a pine cone. I'm thinking about getting a tiny plastic fragile end table, but I'm not sure I want to commit. I did buy a Ninja coffee maker though yesterday because I broke a coffee table. See, that was it. I needed it. I needed the coffee maker. I upgraded on account of the fact that, get this, guys, Kelsey, she went to go. Don't tell anybody this story because then she might get arrested. But she went and got like this little Mr. Coffee. It was like a $20 Mr. Coffee, right? And then the person went into the back stock room and they pulled out a big box. She's like, here you go. She paid for it. She left. And when Kelsey got in the car, she opened the box or unwrapped it, and there were 2 Mr. Coffees. See? There were 2 Mr. Coffees. She made way with an extra Mr. Coffee. She got 2 for the price of 1. And then she sat there in a moral dilemma for like 10 minutes going, should I tell them? And then she's like, no, I'll just give it to Aristotle. And then she did. She gave me that. And I had that one. I had the hot Mr. Coffee. The one that fell off a truck. I had the stolen goods in my possession. I had contraband, turned out. And then it broke yesterday. I broke it after about a year. So, thank you, Mr. Coffee. You fulfilled a great service. And just think, that family, to go into that business. The coffees. They were like, you know what we should do? Smart idea. Great branding. Well, we might have done it, guys. We might have meandered through an hour. What did we learn today, though? That's the question I have. Absolutely nothing. In fact, we're all stupider after having listened to the show. That is one of the greatest sound clips from Billy Madison. In fact, we are all now dumber from having listened to it. I remember watching that in the movies as a child, sitting there laughing hysterically, like tears running down my face. I tried watching scenes from it the other day because of the late great Norm Macdonald, and I said, I don't know if I can watch this movie again. I don't know if I can watch this movie today. It came out at the perfect time for that movie to be funny. But, you guys think Billy Madison is still funny? Do you think that David Spade is still funny? Not David Spade, Adam Sandler. David Spade is kind of still funny. I don't know if David Spade is as funny as he thinks he is, but he's funny. He's pretty funny. He's no Chris Rock. He's no Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald was one of the funniest, I gotta say. One of my favorites. Still reeling about Norm Macdonald. I mean, thankfully he left us like 1,000 hours of interviews and stuff, and no matter what situation he was in, he was funny. No matter what situation he was in, he was funny. So you can go enjoy that on the YouTube probably for the next 10 years of your life, because he's got tons of content out there. Very funny. Always funny.
I could do this all day.
What are you going to do with the rest of your day? Okay, Griff, are you going to take your Target goods and, I don't know, unwrap them? Target. The biggest store filled with junk. Amazing junk. But then you kind of find something that you need. I go to Target for one thing at a time. I'm like, I just need the one thing, because the rest of the store is filled with stuff that nobody ever needs. nobody ever needs. Well, the plumber didn't come yet. I've got till 4 o'clock to just wait around for the plumber. I don't know what to do with myself. Maybe I'll make a TikTok. Maybe I'll dance. You don't want to see me dance. Unless it's up on the internet somewhere. People will say,
"Who is this imbecile?"
And I'll say,
Ooh, that's a bingo.
That's better. Thank you.
all right, well, it's been wonderful. It's always wonderful seeing you guys. Sorry about Facebook. Sorry about your Facebook. Sorry about your Facebook. Let's look at each other in the face next time. I got this new idea, guys. Why don't, safely, and with a mask on also, you know, the numbers are going down, but why don't we all go out and look at each other? Why don't we all go out and hang out with each other? Why don't we do the things that we enjoy in IRL? IRL. I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna make lunch. Ooh, I get my HelloFresh delivery today. I can't wait. I'm gonna make tacos. You guys like tacos? Who doesn't like tacos? If you don't like tacos, you can go straight to hell. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm not gonna leave like that. How about this? Instead of that, I'm gonna say this.